Greetings and welcome to a Wednesday edition of the Shotgun Start. It is September 10th. Andy, how are we doing?
Brendan, it is Victory Tuesday because I got a great young team, great young core to celebrate like the Utah Jazz.
Did they perform anything on Monday or Tuesday that would trigger a victory?
No. I just was thankful for them.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad. Suites are still available, but there are fewer than there were before our Sunday notice. I don't know if that was an ad read or what, but there's still a few available, less than there were. That's all I can say. Don't have specifics for the Utah Jazz. Looking forward to a great season come October. Only a month to go.
High draft picks, high draft picks that don't disappoint. You know, guys that can make the pass and hit open targets.
Oh, that's good. It's not Victory Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday for your football team, though. I'm sorry.
Any of our football teams.
Well, my commies are 1-0. We beat the piss out of the Giants. Are you kidding me? We're head down into Lambeau Thursday night. Commies look great.
I'm a big commie fan this week.
You are. I mean, if I'm a Packers fan, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm just going to say that, given the turmoil maybe going on in Detroit and what I watched last night. But we'll see. We'll see. Might feel good about being a Packers fan of that division right now. Are you concerned? More concerned? Less concerned? How do you feel to get NFL
I just feel good that I'm a Utah Jazz fan. We can talk about the Bears later.
All right, we got a full week of golf. We have the ProCore Championship going on in Napa. We have the BMW PGA in Wentworth. We have an LPGA event. We have a Champions Tour event. I realize at our Sunday sort of waxing poetic about the Walker Cup, we completely neglected the Stifel Charity Classic. Didn't even make a single mention of the result.
I can't believe PJ let us do that.
PJ, who won?
Thomas Bjorn won maybe my favorite trophy in golf. Have you seen this thing? This thing's incredible.
It's an audio medium, by the way. What does it look like?
It is a bear fighting a bull, just running into each other. A bull with his horns down, running into a giant grizzly bear is the trophy.
Are those two species in any kind of environment that would overlap where such a scene would take place?
Chicago?
Okay, well, cheeky. There you go. I just don't think they're in the same ecosystem, but don't quote me on that. We were once.
No, I doubt it. But this thing, here, I'll send you the picture of it. This thing's legit. The Champions Tour tweeted out a picture of it saying this is a good one for Thomas Bjorn to add to his trophy case, and I would agree with that. This thing is not messing around. So congrats,
Billy Bjorn. All right, congrats to him. We neglected to mention, but he's up the Sanford International Champions Tour. He goes to that Minnehaha Country Club in Sioux Falls. I know one of your favorites.
What a stretch through America's heartland.
That's right. And then we got the Folds of Honor Collegiate going on at American Dunes Golf Club. You go right from Cypress Point. Jacob Modleski went straight from Cypress Point Sunday night, red-eyed through his dad, as Brentley told us in I think our USAM pod when you were out. His dad has an Air Force connection. He was a stunt pilot or something with the Air Force. So he's there to support the Folds of Honor Collegiate. Red-eyed, got in at 4 a.m. after Walker Cup ceremony. So a lot of golf going on this week. Where should we start? You want to start with the ProCore? I want to go to the ProCore Championship.
The ProCore?
The ProCore. I apologize.
I was going to try and get up there. I don't think I am going to. I have credentials too. Just
you have them, but you just don't think you'll use them. That's fine. You should go. Try to make it happen.
I don't know.
It's a busy month. There's a lot going on. You got Walker Cup. You got, there's only so much that can happen. But a lot of the Ryder Cup players are on
parenting
site.
This weekend.
Oh, really? That'll happen. A lot of the Ryder Cup players are on site. Almost all of them, including Bryson, who will be there for dinner on Tuesday. I suspect he's going to put on some disguise and sneak in and just kind of meander about the grounds of Silverado.
Do you think he'll make a YouTube video about it?
Well, then you're gonna have to deal with the rights fees, right? Don't the
does
tour
he? If he goes as a fan, he's not a member anymore. You're allowed to make fan content.
You can take social media videos. You just the tour reserves the right to rip it and use it on their own social channels. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll do that.
I hope he does.
Xander is not there, but we're told he had a child. That is coming out via the AP. He had a child in recent weeks, and that is why he's
That's
not
unacceptable. He should be there if he cares about this Ryder Cup. It's totally unacceptable to miss the ProCore.
Paolo Uggetti, ESPN reporter, is on site this morning of Tuesday, reporting on pods. We got pod talk. We're still at 2.5 weeks, but we're doing pod talk.
They're already talking pods.
Well, Scheffler, Henley, and Spawn are together with Gary Woodland, who's an AssCap in practice round Tuesday. Cam Young, Sam Burns, Justin Thomas, and Patrick Cantlay followed them. So Thomas and Cantlay, I believe, played together in the last one. I believe they paired up. Maybe it was P Cup. Scheffler and Henley have played together. We know that.
I like Cam and Deputy Sam.
Son Sam Young, Sam Burns. I like that.
I kind of like deputies. That. Neither of them are going to give the opponent much in the form of chatter.
Well,
maybe they just will sit in silence to each other. They won't talk much to each other. But Cam rips it, and Sam, I think you'd say the best attribute is wedge putter.
Sam putts well. Wedge putter can be a good one for Napa Silverado. That's a nice skill set to have this week. I don't know if you need much more. Just roll the rock. Also have Russ Henley.
Who's our best case winner at the ProCore in terms of inciting a Ryder Cup?
Second guessing?
Yeah.
I don't even... Keegan? Is Keegan in the field? I know he's there. He's in uniform, walking around with them.
Do you think he should not even play?
He's not, I guess. He's not. He's just gonna worry about the dinner menus for everything and stuff like that. McNeely is Maverick McNeely in. Yes, Maverick McNeely is there. If he wins, that might cause some agita or heartburn.
He wins by like 8.
Sure, that's potential. Henley and Morikawa are paired together, playing together on Tuesday. So that's, I don't know. Doesn't seem like a strong duo based on where we are here at September 9th, based on, Colin Morikawa's last finish, but that's one. So we're already reading the tea leaves on practice round groups. Look, this isn't the biggest deal, but it's more than what the Americans have done in the past. If they're all committing, their season kind of just ended. They're all committing to flying to the West Coast, playing some event that, is fairly Mickey Mouse for their stature. Most of their stature, defending champs Pat and Kazire.
I heard.
What?
You guys know about Pat, the Mr. October's caddy?
Maybe. Tell me. Well, refresh our memory if not.
He's a college football tipster.
Oh, okay.
He's got a show called The Dynamite Show.
Is this Dynamite? Yeah. Yeah. He has like his own logo with like dynamite stick on it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like we got to get him on sometime to bat around college football picks this fall.
Mr. October. All right. Well, I don't even know if he's playing. I assume he is as defending champ.
He's got to be.
You talked about bears and bulls, like the trophy. This field is like going to the zoo and all the animals are in the same enclosure. It's unbelievable. You got mules, you got pigs, you got vultures just waiting to pick apart the carcass. You got lions. They're all in the same enclosure. It's an incredible sort of cross-section of player. Because you have Scottie Scheffler and George McNeil in the same field at the ProCore. It's just what this Ryder Cup thing is done. As of this morning,
you got Champions Tour star in the field too.
Who's that?
Tommy Gainey.
I was going to say, as of this morning, we have Tommy Two Gloves Gainey, who has played on the Korn Ferry Tour, the Champions Tour, and now the PGA Tour, all within the last few months.
Triple Crown.
The few months, not like the last year or two. Few months.
Is that the Triple Crown?
It could be. I mean, George McNeil hasn't played a full PGA Tour schedule since 2016. And he's getting in as a sponsor. What kind of sponsor? What is the ProCore? What are they getting from George McNeil's presence in the field? Now he has one here.
They're getting parity because they're able to show someone that just cannot even compete.
You've got Jim Knaus, who retired.
He won the qualifier.
Well, I mean, it's a Lexi thing going on. What's the Monday qualifier? We did this whole song and dance at Phoenix Open. Waved him farewell.
Maybe he had a work trip out here, and he could pair the Monday qualifier up with a couple meetings.
So you have Scheffler, Cam Young, Burns, Henley, Harris English, and then you have Tommy Gainey in on his own number. Like what a mix of players. McNeil hasn't played since 2016. You've got Ethan Fane on a sponsor exemption. They gave Justin Hastings gave him the young boys some run. Jackson Coyvin's in the field off top 10ing it in his prior event. I don't know what that would be. I guess Wyndham carries to now. Skip the playoffs, jump to now. So he's in on a top 10. Miles Russell on a sponsor. You've got career money exemptions in the form of Ryan Palmer and Brandt Snedeker. So you got the tugboat in there. Section Pro Tom Johnson, one of your favorites, your favorite guy, Tom Johnson.
TJ.
Fabulous.
Guy. My brother from another mother.
But yeah, Svensson bails. Fratelli gets in. Fratelli WDs. Tommy Gainey gets in. Jonathan Bird, James Hahn are in on their own number. Just an incredible commingling.
Maybe Hahn's getting his meeting with Rolap this week.
You think Rolap's there? He
flew in once he saw Hahn got in on his number.
Look me up. I'm not calling him. You can look me up. I'm not calling him. Wasting my time.
If he wants to talk, we could talk. I got a lot of ideas.
If he's there, Rolup's going to see some interesting scarcity discussions having to go on with, McNeil hasn't played a full schedule in 9 years and just could waltz out, gets exemption. What is the analogy to that in the NFL? It's like some guy walking out of the broadcast booth. Troy Aikman. They need somebody to take some snaps.
Didn't Jason Witten unretire after 1 year on Monday Night Football?
Yeah, but that was one. I mean, we're talking 8-9 years. He hasn't played a full season.
You know who my favorite name in the field is?
Who?
Our guy Gunnar Wiebe.
He got a sponsor exemption.
They got Tyler Watson here too.
Yes.
They went really young with the sponsors exemptions.
Russell just a late one. Yep.
Maybe I'll get up there tomorrow. Actually,
now you're persuaded. It wasn't McNeil that did it. It's Gunnar Wiebe and Watts, some of the young guns.
Go hang out with some of the young guns.
All right, love it. So that is on Golf Channel. This is our first event on our schedule for the week. Golf Channel, 6 to 9 on Thursday, 1 to 4 on Friday. That doesn't seem to make sense, but that's what I have. 6 to 9 on Saturday and 6 to 9 on Sunday. It is at Silverado Resort and Spa. It's the first of the 2025 FedEx Cup fall events. Your proper notables are basically the entire Ryder Cup team. Actually, that's all they gave me for this.
I don't think those are the notables.
The purse is
far more interesting people in the field than them. Gordon Sargent.
All three of those guys. Ford, Sargent, the PGA Tour Accelerated, who's the third? Clanton, are all in the field. So I'm telling you.
Do you think David Ford drives a Ford?
No, I don't.
Wouldn't she kind of have to?
I bet he drives like a Chevy or something like that, just to be zag when you expect the zig. But yeah, this is like going to the zoo, and every animal's in the same enclosure when you look at the different kinds of players for this event.
You know what I bet David Ford drives?
What?
GLS.
If he was smart. The purse is $6 million, which is just a lot of money, I feel like, for a FedEx Cup fall event. It's the first of 7 FedEx Cup fall events. Are we doing one and dones for this stretch, or are we just going to bail on this?
How about Duffner getting in on the Monday queue?
Happy for Duffner. He's probably down about the Browns loss. Northeast Ohio's own Duff Daddy. But
worries up about how Flacco still looks like a franchise QB.
Franchise is a little strong. That's a little strong.
Trying to just build you up. MVP.
He does have Harold Fannin, who I'm told is the next Brock Bowers. We'll see, though. He's got to get out of 44. But yeah, Duff Daddy gets in as a Monday qualifier. That's the ProCore Championship. I don't think we need to do picks. PJ, do you want to make a pick?
Not so much a pick, but just a note that I think Andy will especially love. Do you see Rico Hoey's going to a Broom?
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Yeah.
About time.
It might finally be happening for like the best ball striker in the world.
God. I'll never forget watching him when he was in college. He was incredible.
Tee to green, it's good, right?
The driver off the deck is incredible.
He's like first in everything and then like dead last in putting. So
could he give the DOD King a run for his money? Isn't that a YouTuber or an Instagram of some sort?
I know that is an influencer, but I don't know who that is.
Who was the guy that was in the last Creator Short Game
King? Confused DOD King with Short Game King. There's just monarchs.
Rico Hoey, not Short Game King, might be DOD King.
PJ, do you want to wager a pick as for the gambling podcast, gambling enthusiasts? I know you're totally unprepared. I'm catching you in the back foot. What's Scottie Scheffler's odds?
Take one of the Ryder Cup guys. I don't know.
Spurs is my pick. It's going to be like a wedge and putting contest, I believe. It's
I'll tell you
low scores here.
Who I wouldn't pick. I wouldn't pick James Hahn. Does that count?
Thank you for your service.
Here, I'll look
Don't
it up
give out
right
too
now.
many hot tips. We might have to start charging for this podcast.
Scottie Scheffler is a 2-1 favorite.
That makes sense.
Oh my God.
That makes sense. That's where he was with the 30-man field at the FedEx, at the St. whatever it is, the Tour Championship. That's your PGA Tour event. It should be interesting. Cocktail evening golf.
I think Matt McNeely's honestly a good pick.
Yeah. The winners here have been pretty good. Sahith, Max Homa. I wouldn't say Mr. October was buffered the case last year, but
he's a horse for the course, though.
God, they just need to bring back the Fry's.com, Fry's Electronics Store.com.
Do they even have stores anymore?
I would imagine not. And they don't have Circuit Cities. They don't have Fry's. Best Buy's still hanging on, though.
I was driving by with a buddy in Chicago, and we passed some place like in a strip mall called like Computer World or something. And I was like, how the hell is that place still in business? He goes, dude, it is jammed all the time. It's actually incredible. And he was telling me that like this from the second you walk in, it's like white glove service.
Yeah.
And they just kill it. So that's the pathway for Fry's. Best Buy.
I mean,
got to stop hiring high school yo-yos who are smoking dope in the back. Get that white glove service.
I think there's a market inefficiency now for some brick and mortar stuff. I saw a report AI is falling now, adoption of it, but at some companies. But go ahead. What?
I do think like one thing that's been undervalued in our society with Amazon and everything is like the idea of walking in the store and somebody helping you.
Yes. I totally distrust Amazon. My wife always uses it. I get so mad. Buy like kids' sports equipment on there. Like, no, I go to Dick's and get a perfect practice mat if I needed to go to Dick's, right? And you could do that, or you can go online to perfectpractice.com, brick and mortar store, or you could go online to perfectpractice.com, use that promo code.
You know what
SGS
they did?
For 20% off. Go ahead.
They sent me, you can see it in the background here, a new one. They didn't want me to have to go ask the kid on the block for the putting mat back.
Repo?
I do need the putter. It's like a sentimental putter at some point back.
God.
I think I'm going to just bring one over there and swap it.
You're like, hey, man.
Can you give me the other putter back? You can use this one forever.
What kind of, well, do you want to name names? Is there some sort of junk model? Do you have like an old, like just junk model you would happily part with?
I don't know. Everything, I feel like.
The bullseye.
I'm like weird with clubs. Like I don't like getting rid of anything.
Yeah.
I've got this like old beat up Rife putter, but then I think like I used that for like 5 years and I loved it.
I've got
and I would hate to get rid of it.
original Arnold Palmer thing. It's just like the little thing that like
Look
Phil
at
would
that.
use, but I can't. I'm never probably ever going to use it, but I could not.
I
get
wouldn't
rid of
use
it.
that with your putting stroke. No offense.
My
that
putting
sweet
stroke's
spot
been
might be a
good.
little
I've worked
small.
I've worked it out, but I'm working more with my mat. I'm much better. You haven't seen me in a while since I've been grinding with my perfect practice mat.
Have we
those
played
crystals.
all year?
I don't think so. Did we? I don't think we have.
The park.
Oh yeah,
for a
January.
video. That was half decent.
Beginning.
I don't know
That
if I
doesn't even
putted.
feel like this year anymore.
That doesn't
You
count.
played pretty well that day.
Oh,
give you
the
credit for
putting
that.
I wouldn't say was a strong suit. I think Jim Wagner was like, "Whoa!" on a couple of the first putts. Touch of a blacksmith. I got that whole thing going, but
I'm still scarred, deeply scarred from playing alternate shot with you at Lancaster years ago.
I don't even
At our
remember
event.
that. I don't remember that at this point. What scarred? Get out of here.
Scarred. Honestly.
See how the other
Scarred.
half lives. I think my last time out, I shot like a 37 on the inward 9. I'm happy with myself right now. I'm playing good. Probably putted my ass off.
What with the PGA Tour bot? Here's the thing. The PGA Tour bot always used to write, Brendan Todd putts his way
Putts well.
to 65.
There'll be something like George McNeil putts well.
If you want your next round and your fall to really be dominated by the bot saying things like, putts well, if it was out following you around, you should get a perfect practice putting mat. I'm going to actually roll some. I got some golf coming up that I want to play well in.
The code is SGS. You get 20% off. Highest quality mat for realistic putting experience. It's crafted with unique crystal velvet. Not just any bullshit velvet, crystal velvet material that ensures smooth and precise ball movement, simulating real greens. Go to perfectpractice.com and use the promo code SGS. You get 20% off. You get a ball return that comes with it. Develop a straight back, straight through stroke with the training lines. All right. That's the ProCore Championship.
Or the training line can be great if you want. If I like a little arc in my stroke.
Yeah.
So the training line's nice because then you can see if you're getting the arc you want.
Yep. Go to the ProCore Championship. That's enough. With Napa, maybe you go, maybe you don't. Next on the schedule, we have the BMW PGA Championship.
Before we get there, before I forget,
sure.
I was at the Giants game last night.
You just bailed, ran away. You absconded from your post of watching the.
That was not the case at all.
Bears.
I committed weeks ago to this without really looking at the date and time, and I was at the Giants game. Honestly, I barely could say that I was at the Giants game. I was with
checking your phone
my 5-year-old.
Oh.
So
yeah.
A night game. We lasted like 3 innings.
Yeah, Monday night game. No, thank you. 5-year-old,
yeah.
Not even non-starter.
It was just a terrible way to get a 5-year-old started in the week, school week.
Yeah.
But the highlight of my short appearance at the Giants game was Niall Shields-Donegan throwing out the first pitch right after we heard about Rhea's first pitch.
You got video of it. We posted it to the Instagram account, I believe.
I gotta say, he came in and threw some gas.
What? How tall is he? Like 6? What?
He's probably like 6'2", 6'3".
Could be a pitcher. Lefty. We did hear word from someone in his youth baseball career. Said he was always had who coached him. Always had a good arm, good pitcher. The bat, not so much. Better golf swing than baseball swing is what we were told. But he did.
I think baseball is about the worst thing you could do for your golf swing.
Fair. Hockey, they always say, is a good one, right?
Hockey's good.
Translates.
Hockey's good. Baseball, real bad.
But he ripped it from the rubber all the way in. Rhea, from what we're told, pitter patter, like the raindrops on his umbrella at Congressional, pitter pattered into the plate. All right. At the European Tour, we have the BMW PGA Championship. This is coffee golf and a lot of good players here. Most of the European Ryder Cup team, I believe Septic Tank Straka is the only one not present. This is coffee golf, little fall coffee golf for the American audience. 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Thursday and Friday, 7 to 12:30 on Saturday and Sunday. At the Ernie Els Masterpiece, remastered Harry Colt's Wentworth design by Ernie Els. So this
is architectural. This is what everybody should be modeling everything off of.
That 18th hole has been chopped and screwed about 100 different times. Defending champ and present after a long layoff is the baton boy, Billy Horschel, the town crier, come rolling out of the hospital and rehab with his bell, ready to take back his post. Billy Horschel is your defending champ, playing for the $9 million purse. Other notables.
With Billy's return?
Yes.
Event of the week. What if Billy wins this week? Is he the biggest Ryder Cup?
No.
I was just going to say, you want some chaos, let Billy win, and then people will start, the what ifs will start in mid-September.
We've already had a Horschel rule once that we then rescinded. We implemented it, then took it back. That was a Ryan Moore intermission when we got him off the Horschel rule. I don't think he would. He hasn't played this year. Even if he won, it wouldn't matter. Come on.
What do you mean? He was like 22nd in points, even though he didn't play all year.
He had a great year up until he got hurt. I understand he's been on the comeback the last 18 months.
What did they say? So. You can't lose your spot to injury.
He never had a spot to begin with. He's never played the Ryder Cup.
He was inside the top 12 when he got hurt. Can't lose your spot to injury.
Oh. Other notables, Rory McIlroy, John Rahm from Liv, Allegiant 13, Hideki making the flight over, Tommy Fleetwood, Shane Lowry, Fitz, Neiman, Torquay getting involved, Justin Rose, Patrick Reed, the Aces also present, Victor Hovland, Tyrrell Hatton, Bobby McIntyre, Ludwig, Brooks Koepka looking to make a cut, Horschel, Adam Scott, Nico and Rasmus Højgaard, and Corey Connors. This is from Justin Ray. I should credit him. Justin Ray throughout some of those notables on top of the regular notables we had. So a mix of some PGA Tour players with Hideki, Corey Connors, that kind of thing, and then live guys, and then your DP World Tour dyed in the wools. A good event. We have had so many just amusements come out of Wentworth over the last, I would say, 3-4 years, but certainly the last decade. There was like a couple of years ago, Rory called it a shit show with like some of the rain and the drunks like yelling at people. There was, I think Thomas Bjorn was getting into it with drunks. There's just been a lot of amusements. The one year the Queen died, and it got cut to 54-hole event. You had, Poulter and Billy Ho going, nose to nose, finger in their chest on the putting green that one year. Just kind of always been some amusements at the BMW PGA Championship.
It's going to be the event of the week this week.
All right.
A couple reasons.
Okay.
Billy's back.
That's it. No need say no more.
You could call Ernie Els' redesign a disaster. You could also call it a masterpiece, depending on how you feel about Big Ern. But this is the premier event on the Euro Tour. Event of the week.
Purse.
Great coffee golf.
Yes, I love it. I mean, before college football kicks off or NFL kicks off Saturday and Sunday, it's over by 12:30. We saw it just this last week with Rory getting in the mix at Irish Open. It's a nice little lead-in.
Horse for the course, but Matteo Manacero.
Absolutely, you know it. Got Tyrrell's won there. A lot of good winners over the last decade or so. Rory is present. He had some interesting thoughts on his schedule. One thing I'll just say, he talked, I don't want to be grinding out here. I don't want to be grinding out here at 50 years of age, he said on Tuesday. I'll turn up and play the majors and have a nice time. But, whenever I'm done, I'm done. Whenever that is. That's certainly not right now, but I'm certainly closer to that point than when I was done in 2007 when I turned pro. And again, at this point, I want to play golf when I want to play golf. I want to play in locations that I love to go, and I want to play the majors and the Ryder Cup. That's it. I'm not going to be bound, I think. I'm not going to go by minimums, I should say, or anything else. Like, I'll obviously do my bit to make sure I keep my membership and all that on certain tours, but I'm going to play where I want to play. So,
love that.
Seems like he's shirking the rules, minimums. I'm not going to be bound by minimums, but he says he'll do enough to keep his membership. Yeah. I mean, if anything, like the last 5 years he could go. Just play where you want to play. And he got this great question from Matt Cooper. Jamie Kennedy called my attention to Matt Cooper. I think a smarter fellow over there across the pond, writer and media guy, and had a pretty good response on this whole subject of scheduling late in your career when you've achieved a lot. PJ, you got the audio of that?
I watched the conclusion with my mum on Sunday, and then I happened to mention that you're off to India and Australia this winter, and she said, "Oh, is he going backpacking?" And initially I kind of laughed, and then as I thought about it, I thought, you've been on the sort of the hamster wheel for about 20 years. Yeah. Is there any sort of sense that this is like a golfing version of that kind of experience that backpackers take?
A little bit, I want to... I do. I want to go and play in different places in the world and experience things that I haven't experienced before. 20 years into a career, or 18 years, to be able to do things for the first time. So go to India and play for the first time, or whatever it may be. That excites me. Going back to the, I don't want to name a tournament, but
pause it. What tournament? We have to guess.
Memphis.
Is that where you're going with? Let's play this game. I started dying when you said going back to the. Memphis. I don't want to name a tournament. You're going Memphis?
Memphis.
That's what he had in mind. He was so close to saying it. All right, Memphis.
What do you guys have?
That was the first one I thought of, but then I was like, he just doesn't show up to Memphis anymore. So does that even count?
Other contenders. If we were going to do a top five, let's do a top five.
What did he name? What did he say? Valhalla. What was didn't he take a run at something recently, like the classic courses? And he's not. Remember when he did that recently? This is where he was going in this press conference. And he just pulled up. I don't want to name names or be negative. So I'm saying Memphis is one for sure.
All right.
I've got another one. The week after the U.S. Open.
Travelers.
I get it. Great event.
I was thinking Travelers number 2.
Gotta be. Then they treat him well and he likes them and they like him and all that stuff. But, Travelers. TPC Cromwell week after the U.S. Open. Had to be one.
As for other ones that I'd throw in there that he plays fairly regularly, what about the Valero before the Masters? Could that be one?
Or Houston.
San Antonio.
Yeah, he doesn't need to go there anymore. Anywhere in Florida? I
think he probably might not mind Florida because it's close to home.
I mean,
Bay
Quail
Hill,
Hollow is for my money.
Quail, he likes
I know
it's his favorite course in the world.
It's not his personal preference, but if I were, I would just be done with going there every
Quail
day.
Hollow was the first thing that I personally thought of.
Yes, but it doesn't apply.
But it does not apply to him.
Thought process. I think it had to be Memphis or Travelers were the two that I thought about that he plays. It was
Memphis.
There.
It was I honestly, I think you could, deep down, if you gave him a lie detector, I think Eastlake would be on there.
He's won a lot of money at Eastlake.
He wins a lot of money, but it's Atlanta in the middle of summer.
It could be the whole FedEx Cup, but he just said he was adamant it was competing and into it this last month. But
I feel like he's into the Canadian Open.
Yeah. I just started cackling as he said, I could go back, and then stopped. I don't want to name names. Never mind.
You know what it was kind of reminiscent of?
What?
It was almost very reminiscent of, God, where is that? I'm trying to find it on here. God, I can't find it.
Okay. Well, he's the headliner this week, and I think his quotes on his schedule. PJ, roll the rest of the quote after this about backpacking through India and Australia this fall.
you're going back to the same place, the same thing for 15, 20 years in a row. It can get a little bit monotonous and a little bit tedious. So to mix it up and do these things. I had a chat with Roger Federer, I don't know, a few years ago, sort of at the end of his career, and he was saying, he wanted to go and play a lot of the places that he could never play during his career. So, some of the smaller 250 events, just because not a lot of people have seen him play tennis before. And, so I think as time goes on and I get to this stage in my career, I can see, I get excited about that, about doing that sort of thing.
I gotta ask a question.
Cool perspective. I don't know if that'll happen.
Do you think he's envious of Tommy Gainey's schedule this year?
Calgary,
the Federer,
Napa,
playing KFT.
I don't think
PGA
he is.
Tour and Senior Tour all in 1 year.
The Champions Tour you'll never catch him dead out there. So I don't think he is. How could he be? It'd be quite the walk back.
He's not going to get to Calgary then. Or Sioux Falls. That's on him.
He's not going to have a trophy of a grizzly bear attacking a bull, I'll tell you that much.
Anyways, an enlightened perspective, I thought about just going, I don't know, is he really going to go to all these small markets to where, like Roger Federer is talking about? Maybe different world markets like India and Australia. Sanderson would be my recommendation, quite frankly. Jackson, Mississippi needs it.
Yeah, what event would you like to see him play?
It would. I mean, any of these would be kind of wild. It'd be really cool if it's just a one-time thing.
What about Myrtle Beach? Skip Quail Hollow and play the one flight Myrtle Beach instead.
I mean, I don't even think he has a private jet. One flight in it, but Myrtle Beach would be amazing if he did that opposite of Quail Hollow. I'm all for him. He's just going to play wherever he wants to play, and where I like. What's interesting, Ryder Cup majors, but this whole notion of going to smaller markets like Federer did, just a lot of people hadn't seen you, is an interesting tack, and then we'll see if he follows through. If he wanted to travel nowhere and just wanted to stay home and practice, just stay home.
That's right.
Get some data. Make some swings.
I bet he's using?
What's that?
I bet he's using his Rapsodo launch monitor.
That's right. I don't know if he has a relationship with them at all. I would presume not, but we do now. And I'm going to read.
So everything we view through now with launch monitors probably should be using the Rapsodo.
That's fair. I'm just going to go Anchorman here. Notes to Andy and Brendan. Pronunciation: Rapsodo. Why would it be anything else? We're not that stupid. I know our pronunciation's terrible. What's the mispronunciation for Rapsodo?
I think these guys are listeners. They know we need a lot of help here.
Rapsodo? What would we say? Rapsodo.
Well, you can't say Viore, so.
That's fair. And then they add, feel free to deviate from the script. I was like, well, thank you. That's the only way we know how. There is never a script. Thank you.
Sometimes we go pretty hardcore on the script,
The gentleman? No, that was totally unscripted. Actually, that was our own little thing. You go to Rapsodo, RAPSODO.com, and we have a promo code. Is fried egg, one word, fried egg in the shopping cart. You get a dozen Titleist, our good friends at Titleist, Pro V1 RPT golf balls.
Our best friends at Titleist.
When you add the code fried egg, that's a $70 value. I believe these are the balls specifically tailored for the monitor readings, indoor monitor readings. The product we want to highlight here is the Rapsodo MLM 2 Pro. It's a launch monitor and a golf simulator that tracks 15 metrics and 2 virtual ranges and over 30,000 courses to play. It's super portable for use indoors and outdoors.
Look at this
I
thing.
can attest to that. Yeah, it comes in the look at you. Still got the cellophane on the box.
I got it right before I left. I got a whole plan to I'm gonna be like Bryson in my backyard with this thing.
My kids saw the box and they're like, all right, we're setting this. So they see the TV on the box. They're like, they want in on this. It's like so they can get their little dribblers on the monitor. The MLM 2 Pro. It's backed by the game's #1 teacher, Mark Blackburn, and you know how much stock we put in those rankings. #1, unequivocal, indisputable, a fully metric that can't be quibbled with. Mark Blackburn backs the MLM 2 Pro.
Mark Blackburn had taught the most expensive in golf history lesson in golf history this year with Russell Henley.
That's right.
And this is a guy that's smart. He knows how to teach the most expensive lesson. He also knows where to get a good launch monitor. I think my favorite thing about this is like the price is awesome.
It
$700.
Same price as a new driver. I think that's a good way of framing it, if I'm being honest. And I'm not just part of the ad read. That's a good way of framing it. Pretty much a lot of use you can get out of this. Multiple years, same price as a driver. You also get that dozen RPT golf balls, $70 value when you use the code FRIEDEGG. Rapsodo.com, MLM2 Pro is the product we got spotlighted today. All right, that's our schedule. We have got the Wentworth. We've got the ProCore. Let's go to the LPGA. With the Kroger Queen City Championship. Well, they're doing isn't Kroger part of Albertsons? That grocery store is just absolutely price fixing everything across the universe. Can't go to the grocery store without spending $150 for like 10 items. Well, they're sponsoring the Queen City Championship at TPC Rivers Bend, Hamilton Township, Ohio. An Arnold Palmer designed TPC course in Southern Ohio. This is, I believe, the fourth iteration. It used to be at Kenwood. Now it's at TPC Rivers Bend. Notables in the field are Ayaka Fudaway, Hannah Green, Lydia Ko, Jennifer Kupcho, Nelly Korda, Minji Lee, Hyron Rue, Gino Titakul, and Rose Zhang. The purse is $2 million. Defending champ is Lydia Ko. This is Thursday 1 to 4 on Golf Channel, 4 to 7 on Friday, and then 1 to 4 on the weekend on Golf Channel. It's the LPGA Kroger Queen City Championship. Only a handful of events on the march to the CME Championship on the LPGA. On the PGA Tour Champions PGA circuit, we have the Sanford International at Minnehaha in South Dakota. It's the only. What is this note? The only senior tour event in the South Dakota tees off. What? Like there's more than one Champions Tour event in South Dakota? Like that's some big claim. It's California. I get it. The only tour event in South Dakota. All right.
I met a really nice gentleman from Sanford International at the Masters who's, said, let us know what we need to do to get PJ there.
Really?
But I forgot about that. I dropped the ball on that.
That's totally unsurprising.
PJ wouldn't have wanted to go to South Dakota this time of year.
I've never been to South Dakota. This would be a new check mark for me. New state.
Have you been there, Andy?
I have. I think. What states do you guys have left?
Those are two. Dakotas are two.
I got North. I need North.
The Dakotas, Montana, Idaho region is got Wyoming, I believe, is one. So yeah, a lot going on.
New Mexico for me.
That'd be one. Let's just do this the rest of the podcast. Let's just.
I think that's it. I think I've got the Idaho. Well, obviously Alaska, Hawaii. Idaho.
You never been to Hawaii?
No.
Okay.
No.
Interesting.
I've been waiting for the tour to open up the checkbook and send me out there for the century. I think I'll just keep waiting.
You know what I don't have? What? Not even an airport connection. I know this is a pretty common airport as you're going west. I don't have Utah, where you can find a nice young core of basketball players.
I think we could change that this off season. Maybe we do a shotgun start live while we watch that great young core.
That'd be great.
That would be great.
Love that. Sanford International, purse is $2.2 million. Notable Stephen Allen. I mean,
PJ, do you ski? Snowboard?
No, God, no.
What?
I don't do water in any shape or form.
I think this could be a good,
wet or snow. I don't do water-based activities. Whether
maybe
it's
we do jazz
not.
And PJ goes skiing for the first time. Seems like
a kind of throw them in the deep end. Utah, isn't there like a little bunny hill in New York? We could start. That's where you're going to start them off.
Why not start with the best? Are you good at ice skating by any chance?
I have done it before. I used to be a lot better. I can't say I do it consistently, but I knew how when I was a kid. You
know how to hockey stop?
I used to. Probably couldn't now.
Then you'll know how to ski. If you can hockey stop, you can ski.
You don't. I mean, you can just snowplow, right, the whole way down.
The hockey. If you know how to hockey stop, then you can get on your edges and you can ski.
That's fair.
It's like so easy if you know how to skate.
Well, maybe Yuso Valmaki can let me know how to hockey stop. Also, part of another young core in Utah.
Is he on the Mammoth?
Well, he's under contract with them. He's in their AHL affiliate, as again he rehabs from his torn ACL. But he's under contract.
Tore his ACL skiing.
I doubt it, but maybe.
God, we could maybe go out and catch a Mammoth game and a Jazz game.
Wow,
I love that. Let's do that. That is a trip that is in theory. A trip that is in practice and booked is Long Island. We're going to the Ryder Cup. We got a house that has a pool, and I think for content we should have PJ learn how to swim in the backyard of this pool at our house, the Ryder Cup. We're still looking.
Listen, I've been taking my daughter swim lessons. I've been observing what they're doing.
There you go. I'm sure. There you go. That's all. I
guarantee you,
totally
your daughter
trustworthy.
Is way more attainable to swim than I am. I just can't do it. It's not happening.
I think we're going to throw you in during Ryder Cup week. We're going to work on it. We need Italian restaurant recommendations. We're compiling a list. I'm very excited for Long Island.
Something I want
family style, less fancy. I want it all. Go ahead.
I hate to disrupt the Champions Tour talk, PJ. I apologize because we're on the Champions Tour.
I only had one note, but it doesn't really matter.
But how do you feel about us staying in the city a little bit for Long Island's big tournament? Is there some angst in us booking in the city?
There's some angst. Angst is a word. Yeah, I do think. I think it would be fun. I don't know. I haven't pitched this yet. I'm pitching it live here. What if we did a good old fashioned split up a little bit? Sent a couple people in the car and sent a couple people on the trains and race to the finish. Who gets there first?
Ooh,
I think that could be some creative content. I want to put you on the LIRR. I want to see you navigate the train system. Yes.
I love trains. I lived in the city of Chicago for much of my coming of age adult life.
I need you on the
regular on the
platform
CTA
at Jamaica, changing onto a train to Ronkonkoma to stop at Farmingdale. That's what I need.
You know what I get? I get a lot of anxiety when I have to take trains that I'm unfamiliar with, like with stops and getting off. Like I'm constantly worried about missing the stop. Just
anxiety. That's generally like you're on your toes the whole time. I know.
I took the train. The last kind of big train trip I took, not like big in any size, but I took. I went North Berwick to Edinburgh.
Mm-hmm.
That was delightful.
That's a great ride, I'm sure.
And it was, that was cool. That I feel like that's something people don't really know, and when they're in Scotland, is like how easy the train is to go right into Edinburgh. Cool city.
I love taking the train. My anxiety is I'm always going to miss the stop at the airport on the airport tram. Then I was like, because you're really up against it on those times, so you're just kind of anxious. All right. What's your Champions Tour note, PJ?
Bernie is 28th in the season-long standings, and you got to be top 30 to keep your card. So that came up again last week. That hasn't, has been greatest player in Champions Tour history, but has not been great this year. And he called it once again the hardest tour to keep your job. So
he has to have some special exemption.
We're on birdie watch for the rest of the year.
No chance.
What? I was gonna, maybe this is another time. This minute 50. We'll do this another time.
All right. That's the Sanford International.
Who's Ricardo Gonzalez?
Oh my God. He won last year, right?
He won the Morocco event last year when you guys were literally said, "Who the hell is that?" We've done this already. This is probably the third time we've done. Who is Ricardo Gonzalez? He's Argentinian.
I see that. I see the flag by him.
Did he win anything prior to this? Like as a
No, I don't
PGA
think so.
Tour
but he made it to Phoenix last year. They were fired up. Apparently he cooks for everybody. He makes Argentinian food, barbecue. He's a big cook that cooks for everybody on the Champions Tour. Beloved.
George.
Can I just list off some players that are in the top 30?
Yeah. I noticed George McNeil's 49. That's probably why he's playing. He hasn't played in 9 years, but he's getting reps. He's ready to come in and just peck at the carcass of the Champions Tour.
Cameron Percy's 9. Dick Green's 13. Jason Caron 14.
Can't believe we're doing this.
Justin Leonard's having a career year. You skipped right over him.
I've just obscure names. Ricardo Gonzalez is 22. Tim Petrovic, I mean, completely, nothing burger on tour. Doug Barron, I guess Stankowski was relevant. Michael Wright at 29. And then, of course, Mr. Stack and Charlie Wee, 30. He's a bubble boy.
This is why they're getting rid of Q School. This is it right here. This is what you're explaining.
Is Brendan done? Is he just off?
Hold on. What is happening?
Seems like he's
all right.
Yeah.
Well, it might just
keep
be us.
going.
Nope. Is he back?
I'm back. I just got totally disconnected. Audio equipment got disconnected. Just leave it. 2 recordings, new track created. Hopefully we're still in business.
This is surely going to be messed up.
This is totally good.
Just got totally disconnected. My own. I nicked the cord. I want to absolve Comcast. That's not their fault. I nicked the cord. I think I got disconnected.
You're just moving around too much.
The Folds of Honor Collegiate that's going on right now to finish our schedule for the week. The American Dunes Golf Club, Grand Haven, Michigan, 54-hole collegiate event. As of this listening, you probably just have Wednesday to watch, 11:30 to 2:30, 4:30 to 7:30. Boatload of programs and players there, as we noted. Jacob Aleski, right from the Walker Cup. Overnight, 4:30 arrival. Monday, started playing by 2 p.m. So that's going on on Golf Channel. I think you also have the KFT, the Simmons Bank in Vanderbilt, I believe it is, Nashville, or Franklin, Tennessee, as it were. That's on Golf Channel 4 to 6, 7:30 to 9:30 tape delay, and 4 to 6 on Sunday for the rare KFT TV coverage. Got a bunch of other golf tournaments going. U.S. Mid-Am starts Saturday. Troon, we'll talk more about that Friday. That's your schedule.
God, I can't
for the
believe
week.
they're playing it this time of year in Scottsdale.
Kind of an odd choice. A little different outlier there. News. Bronny, your guy, is doing a video with Grant Horvat, it appears. So it's an interesting, perfect combination.
What do you think? What does the Generation Z think about this?
Peach?
I mean, Bronny Swing's actually good, as we discussed on
4 months
Sunday.
into it. Yep.
But I think this is probably not going to be good. I think there's going to be content that comes out of this that might follow Bronny for a while, given the state of his maybe NBA career. This is
Good
fodder for the internet. Yeah,
good for him to do it then.
Well, I think he's going to become a golf influencer.
He could be. I mean, his dad's trying to be. Did you see that he posted today that he's going back at you, saying that he's only 2 months into his new hobby of playing golf on camera?
All right. Well, I feel pretty good about my
sourcing, documentation.
I feel very good.
Your investigation would have him dead to rights.
Yeah,
maybe.
It wouldn't be the first time they fabricated.
All right.
If we're being talking about the 6th best basketball player of all time.
Other news.
Do you think we get a LeBron at the Ryder Cup now that he's a golf guy?
No,
it's a bad time. I guess it is right before training camp.
I think it's started
right
by then.
Before, yeah.
No, training camp starts like the Monday after. Like that's like that weekend's kind of like the last
other side of the country.
He can excuse his own absences.
That's true.
Well, it's Luca's team now, so maybe not
at this point. Other
How
news.
about Luca looking good?
Eurobasket.
Svelte.
Ryder Cup. Apparently, USA Ryder Cup RLX is selling a shirt with Rory McIlroy's or a image of him. I'm just going to push back on this. This is Euros just getting their rocks off. European journalists, and they're just the most partial group of people with the Ryder Cup. just having a bit of fun, stirring shit up. I don't think it's Rory at all. It looks, of course you could find a follow through, and now all of a sudden it looks like his silhouette. But I think it's Adam Scott. Rory's asked about it.
I'm pretty sure it's Adam Scott.
Or an amalgamation of multiple. But yes, I get it. People have their fun on social media about it. Oh, you're selling a USA shirt with Rory on it. Tiger's hitting balls in New Jersey. That's the last bit of news at some.
Probably ramping up.
Really? For what? TGL?
Champs Tour.
He's got an Insperity logo on his sleeve. People were talking about that. Got an Insperity.
It's happening. The Woodlands, 2026.
At some point, we're going to have to ask some questions about Tiger. Maybe not minute 54 of this podcast. But
what questions do you want to ask?
I mean, no one's going to talk about like uncomfortable stuff in golf. He's a prominent player who's been around and done everything for golf. And now he's leading this future competitions committee. I don't know. I think there are fair questions to like what's his investment in the game? Where is he at? Like, guy's been through a lot in the last decade, I would say. I don't know. It's not like we're it's not the most serious work, right? Not like we need to report about Joe Biden and like his aides are covering up if he's really fit to lead, and then you get popped with something when he goes to a debate. I'm not suggesting that, but you're just not going to hear anything about it from Golf Channel or the PGA Tour, and it's just like that. Like, where is he these days? What's he up to? And now he's leading all this future competitions committee, and I don't know. I feel like that he's going to come back and play is probably a realistic possibility, but that we should get hyped up about him hitting some balls on New Jersey ranges. I don't know. There's some questions to ask.
Shouldn't
accusations,
get hyped up
but
about
fair
questions.
New
Jersey. No reason.
When do you think Tiger becomes like when he does something, every media outlet aggregates it? Like he literally hit range balls. He's a professional golfer.
Yeah.
I understand he's had an injury, a fairly large injury, but he's hitting range balls. He has a range in his backyard, or a wedge range, effectively. Don't you think you've been hitting balls like? But anyways, when do you think we get to the point where
I don't think we do in our life. Maybe like.
So you think at like age 75?
Oh, you mean about hitting balls? That part, or is it just like he had a ham sandwich for lunch and media companies go for it? I think we still do that with Jack in a way. Like, here's what Jack thinks about the Ryder Cup picks. I don't know. I think it could go on for a bit. You wonder how much like his roll up. Anyways, interesting dynamic going on there. We'll see. All right, everybody, enjoy your Wednesdays. We will be back with you on Friday. Talk to you then. What do we got, PJ?
Nothing.
Jump in. No. You jumped in already. What do you got?
We're just leaving the Bears at Andy's happy to be alive. There's no further comment.
I guess we're here now.
Account for yourself.
What do we want to say?
I wasn't letting you get off the hook. I wasn't letting you get off the hook here.
He was at the Giants.
That was a rough game. It just was like so Bears. Like, you start out the first drive, we just shove it down their throats and score a touchdown, and it's like, oh my god, this is incredible. Like, I don't know how they lost that game. I will say the officiating was pretty bad. Some pretty bad calls against the Bears and some like high leverage moments. Like, JJ McCarthy hasn't done anything and he just gets gifted a 42-yard pass interference penalty. We're driving. They call a bullshit hold.
The holding on the right tackle was very bad.
So bad.
Yeah.
And it was like a key moment in the game. Now, like, Caleb looked bad. He looked bad. I was listening to Russillo and Sando this morning, and it wasn't a reaction to the game, but one thing that Sando stuck out to me is how, like, all these people dog Caleb in the media for, like, work ethic and stuff like that. And he's like, the weird thing is, like, nobody comes running to his defense.
Is that true? I mean, I don't follow the beat of the players.
Can't think of anybody, like, It's like all these like stories come out. But anyways, it was bad. That being said, I'm not going to overreact too much. I think we were playing like a top 5 defense. First week of the game, first game of the year. Thought JJ McCarthy looked really good in the fourth quarter too.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Unfortunately, that was start number 1 for JJ McCarthy, and it was start 18 for Caleb. So,
yeah,
it looks like the better.
Flores is a good defense. Like, it's a good defense, and you're hyped up Monday night, but yeah,
he just misses throws that you're like, what? How do you throw? How do you miss by that much?
The fourth down to DJ is like, that's the one that's getting the most play, but on an aggressive call, and he had his number 1 option wide open, and he just missed by 6 yards. Wasn't even close.
It just feels like really skittish as someone who doesn't watch all his games. And I saw people make the case like, well, he dodged his, like, he's gonna save them like 20 sacks, and he did do that like a bit last night. But it also feels like he should have gotten rid of the ball before you're running around.
Well, the one where he stepped out of bounds, he refused to throw the ball away, and then stepped out of bounds for like a loss of 4 on that last drive. It's like, what are we doing?
Real NFL analysis, but I don't watch a lot of Bears, and I was watching everything last night.
I think the issue that I have is like similar to with like Fields, is I don't see the guy that like throws before the guy's open.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference when I watch like Jaden Daniels, where I'm like, oh, this is depressing. And it's getting more depressing every week.
We'll see. Ben Johnson could have been better, but he's got more games to figure it out.
Bad clock management.
Kick the ball out of bounds, dude.
Or kick the field goal with 2:10 left and give yourself a shot. I was like screaming. I was watching it on my phone. I was like literally like screaming in the car. I'm pretty convinced the guy that I was riding home with thought I was like a lunatic.
I had them picked like in a pretty important like pick 5 games pool, and like I convinced everyone we're in like a collective that the Bears were a good pick, and they were getting 1.5.
They were a good pick.
Yeah, and then
they should not have lost the game.
I was like had the most invested. Like I was rooting interest in this game, and I was dying. I couldn't believe it. I was so mad.
It just was such. It was so the Bears. This is just.
Yeah,
it's effectively my entire life of watching football, and you think like, okay, this year, I think that's like. It's like, okay, this year's going to be different. And then it's like week 1, national television. And I just watched the same game I've watched my entire life.
Kicker's
like down to
good.
the awful clock management at the end. Like, I'm sorry, you can't. And also, we can't have a kicker that can't kick the ball out of the end zone.
Kicker's not good.
He's a complete liability at the end of halves and the end of games because he can't kick the ball more than 50 yards. We saw this last year. We like would have won 3 more games if the guy had a leg. Eberflus wouldn't have looked as bad if the guy had a leg.
The Flus.
But then it comes like all he has to do is kick it through the end zone. Every team in the league had somebody that could kick it through the end zone except for us.
It's a problem.
I think we would have tied the game. I like actually believe we would have tied the game if we had kicked the ball through the end zone.
You're talking about like 35 seconds if you can get 40 seconds probably.
Well,
right?
No, we would have had the 2-minute warning.
Right.
So they would have run a play and then we had 2 more timeouts. We would have gotten the ball back with like a minute 40.
I think you had one time. It would have been 40 seconds more, I believe.
Okay.
Instead of like 15 or 5, whatever you had.
Yeah, it was basically
also like Caleb not getting in the end zone on the run.
Yeah.
Lay out.
Yeah.
It
was frustrating, I would say, as someone who was pulling for your side very hard. And then they're going in for the field goal, and it's like an intentional ground, like easy within range, intentional grounding, moving back.
Yeah, then he misses because he's got no leg.
All right. JJ McCarthy looked good there at the end. All right, that does it for this Wednesday episode. We have no interest in fighting gear in the pro shop. We should probably have said that before minute, whatever it is, or hour, whatever. No interest in fighting. Hats, lawn sleeves, T-shirts, very minimalistic design. I know it's a very niche phrase. It's freaking hilarious. Thanks to Meg for pulling that together. good stuff in the pro shop for you sickos out there and the community that's sort of spun up from this SGS golf advice intro stats, whatever you want to call it. No interest in fighting merch. Someone said wearing this to the pub or the bar actually probably increases your chance of getting in an actual fight because people are going to challenge that assertion on your hat or shirt. But that's available in the Fried Egg Pro Shop. We will talk to you guys on Friday. Thanks for listening.